Hey everyone, I'm Jana Rodriguez with Easter Seals of Greater Houston. I'm with the Bridging Apps program, and I am broadcasting live to answer some of your questions. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of weather apps. You can see on the screen here, I've got Dark Sky, AccuWeather, and Emergency from the Red Cross listed on the side. I'm going to start off with Dark Sky. Give me a moment, I'll switch my screen here so we can take a look at that app together. I'm broadcasting from Houston. Our weather here today is actually quite nice. It's 85, which is better than it's been the past couple of days. It's been quite hot. You can see that I've got a breakdown here of what the weather is going to be like as far as temperature and rain on the side here, broken down by hour. And I've got a map here so I could see radar. Thankfully, there's nothing too crazy going on here today. And the main reason I wanted to bring up this app is because now's the time of the year that we are seeing a lot of activity as far as weather goes. Now let's switch back over here. The reason I have 3 apps on the screen today is because Dark Sky actually just recently partnered up with Apple. Personally, I am on, let me show my screen here a little bit. This camera is switched, so it's a little confusing for me at times. I'm on an iPhone. And this app currently, Dark Sky, is available on iOS and Android. However, because they've just partnered up with Apple, it is going to be changing in the near future. So Android users, you can use this app up until July 1st. That's when they will be switching over. They haven't detailed what the switchover is going to look like, but it will be strictly available for Apple products after July 1st. It's currently an app that costs $3.99 to download. We'll see what changes. We will do another broadcast once we find out what those changes are going to be. This is one of my favorite apps right now, Dark Sky. I love how the breakdown per hour shows on this app. But I'm going to bring up another app now called AccuWeather. Switch my screen here once more. Let's go back to the phone. Okay, I'm still in Dark Sky here. Now I've got AccuWeather up. And I haven't completely set this one up because I wanted to bring up this very important point about all of these weather apps. They ask for permission to use your location. There's a very important reason why you should allow them to use your location. Because you want the weather for your specific location, this is definitely an area where you want to allow the app to access your location. So I'm going to choose the option down here that says allow. Great. And I do have another option here to allow this app to send me notifications or not. I'm going to go ahead and allow it to send me notifications. I'd like to know if there's any warnings I need to know about. So we can see on here that I've got a local update. At the top, I'm going to tap on radar. This also has a very nice radar on here. I'm going to press the play button so I could see any live activity going on. And again, thankfully, there's not a whole lot of activity going on in Houston area today. We can see a bit south. There's definitely some activity going on down there. Just for the sake of visuals here, I'm going to scroll around. Wow, we've got a lot of activity over here on the coast, and I'm looking at the radar here in AccuWeather. Now I'm going to tap this little arrow here on the side to go back to my main screen. I can also get a breakdown of the hourly report here, and this app does have, it is free to download. It has an upgrade available. Because I don't have the upgrade, I have the free version. I will have some adverts in here. I've got a couple of advertisements for a game and whatnot here. And now I can scroll down and see a little bit more of the forecast. So this is another great app. And again, this one is available on both Android and iOS devices. And lastly, I'm going to talk about Emergency. This is an app that's developed by the American Red Cross, which we talked a lot about in previous broadcasts. We talked a lot about it last year, and as hurricane season is coming up, we will probably talk more about it in the near future. I'm going to briefly describe what this app does, and we will be going over more details because this app is fantastic. This goes way into depth about how to prepare for certain weather conditions and natural disasters. So I will move my screen here just a little bit, and let's take a look at the Emergency app by Red Cross. So here's my screen, here's Emergency up here. Now, just for example's sake, I have added a couple of locations to be monitored. You can see I've added Miami Beach, Gainesville, and Houston. Miami Beach and Gainesville are the 2 locations that my sisters are in, and I've got their image right there. So if I need to keep track and see if there's anything they need a heads up about, I can keep track of the weather there as well. Move back here. I've added Houston. That's where we're broadcasting from. I've put our Easter Seals physical location on here, and I've put down Jenny Lopez Martinez. She is a part of our Thrive program. If you've watched before, we have a program where if you're looking to work on your financial situation, Jenny Lopez Martinez is our point of contact. I'll add her information to the comments of this post too, so if you're interested in that, you can contact her. And this gives me an opportunity if I see, okay, the weather's not so great in this area, I want to check if my friend's all right. I've got an opportunity. This is Easter Seals information here. You can see Jenny is our Thrive coordinator at Easter Seals Greater Houston. Here's her contact information. I'll add it in the comments as well. But this gives me an opportunity to reach out like, hey, I saw the weather's getting pretty bad. Are you still at the office? Maybe we should leave early today. We can communicate this way. So another good thing about this app that's very important, you can see at the bottom I've got a couple of options: alerts, prepare, quizzes, maps, and info. Just to briefly discuss what this app is capable of, I'm going to the prepare section here, and you see there's several situations that they recommend. They have recommendations on how to prepare for. For example's sake, I'm going to tap on extreme heat. So I've got an option here to look at how to prepare right before or during an event of extreme heat. And as I go through this, it gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives me breakdowns on what to prepare for. And it's everything from knowing the difference between what a weather service heat watch is versus a warning. And if we can continue to go down here, you can see it gives options on, or it gives advice on how to plan better if you know that there's going to be an extreme weather event. I'm going to go back here. You can see there's the option for during, where again it breaks down what it recommends you should do to prepare during, or not prepare, what to do during an extreme heat situation. And at the bottom here I've got another link where I can see a lot of information about, for example, how to care for someone who's experiencing heat cramps. Here's what I should do. Here's the symptoms to look for. I've got a couple of links and information here also on what to do and how to call, how to access 911 through this app if there's signs of a heat stroke, a sunstroke. Again, my breakdown on what I should do. I'm going to go a couple steps back here. And as I mentioned before, there are several events here that I can take a look at and see. Flood is a big important one here to us in Houston, as is many parts of the world as well. I'm going to hit the bottom option here of plan ahead. This is a great conversation to start with your household, with your family. What should you do? Do you have an emergency kit? Do you have your routes prepared? Do you have a plan in place? Do you have anyone at home or in your neighborhood that has a disability and may need a little bit of extra time, or may need to have the whole family be a part of that plan on what to do if you're in this situation, how to take care of yourself, your loved ones, and anyone who may need help in your neighborhood? Again, I spoke today about a couple of weather apps. Dark Sky currently is available for both Apple and Android devices, though July 1st it will strictly be Apple as they've just partnered up. AccuWeather is available for both Android and Apple. It is a free app to download, though they do have some subscription options for purchase available. And the Emergency app from Red Cross, which offers what to do as far as making a plan before, during, and after extreme weather events. Thank you everyone for joining in. If you have any questions, if you need any support about how to use these apps or download them, if you've used them, let us know what you think. Leave us a comment, message us, let us know how these are working out for you. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time. Bye everyone.